Hi, my name is Brian Abiola. Welcome to my course, Unity AR Fundamentals. In this course, you will learn how to build working AR apps with Unity and the Vuforia AR toolset. Vuforia has a very robust set of tools that allows Unity to incorporate its game engine into Vuforia's AR creation tools. This makes AR development relatively quicker and simpler. Before we get started, let's take a quick look at the terms I'll be using in this video. The final output that the audience views, whether it's a 3D model or scenes inside the computer playing back in the AR device, will be referred to as the AR scene. You can think of it as a stage of the play. The video feed from the device's camera will be referred to as the backplate. So the backplate will be the original footage that is used as a background. The objects that are placed on top of the backplate will be referred to as the 3D assets. Even though the assets can be 2D or even video, they are placed in 3D form in the camera. Therefore, they are treated as fully 3D assets. So now we have 3D assets placed on top of the backplate to make up an AR scene. The phone uses its camera to shoot a live video into the processor. It then determines the 3D depth and placement with either a visual target or internal sensors, and it overlays 3D assets over the video feed or backplate for each frame. Each frame is reassessed to find any change to the target within the image feed. Now the cycle is repeated frame by frame and places the 3D assets into the correct location and merges it with the backplate. All this needs to happen without perceivable time lag. The Vuforia toolset is a set of Unity prefabs that have many different types of AR track. This includes targets such as images, logos with specific design elements, and objects such as toys or models and text. While there are limitations to each of these targets, there are so many of them one will probably fit your needs. For those who don't know a prefab acts as a template from which you can create new object instances in the screen. Any edits made to a prefab asset are immediately reflected in all instances produced from it, but you can also override components and settings for each instance individually. We are going to use Vuforia for our AR tools, but there are many different software tools and techniques that could be used for AR tracking. The three main techniques are the image targets, the device sensors, and depth cameras. Let's take a look at each of these techniques one after the other. Targets. The target can be an image, a logo, text, or 3D object or toy or model. The size information about the target object is provided to the AR software, so it can determine the distance and location based on the matching pattern within the video feed. This process is the basis of this course because it's the most versatile and works with most devices. 3D sensors. Now if you are familiar with Microsoft Kinect, imagine that on your phone, and that's pretty much it. In fact, PrimeSense, the company that made the original Kinect, was acquired by Apple to work in the development department. So these sensors use infrared lights to print out little points of light that spread into the scene. This pattern helps determine the depth and placement of the objects in real world, then uses this information to seek the digital objects. In the next video, we will download and install software and create a user account to enable all the tools to work within Unity. Thanks for watching.